Hi, my name is Polo Lopez. I am the art instructor here on campus for traditional art, that's painting and drawing. And I'm also the volleyball coach, JV, in the spring season. Mainly was in high school, when I was high school aged, I was still kind of trying to search for something that would be meaningful to me and also exciting, challenging, invigorating, and traditional subject matter was fine. I was always a pretty decent student and studied for tests, and especially like in English or science, I was really adept at those fields. But in art, I found the most praise for what I was making, and in shows or in contests or whatever, I'd always kind of at least place, if not win, those things. And so it was one of those sort of ideas that came to me of like, well, can I do something with this? How would I make this into a career? How could I kind of feel that passion? How could I sort of separate myself from just a really good art student? So I pursued it in college, and teaching just kind of naturally sort of rolled around as a way to continue that passion. In grad school, especially, it is extremely rigorous, and everything is really up to you and your professors. You hang up all your work on the wall for the semester, and your professors go through and they pick, all 10 of them are there in the class, and they say, this part's not good. Why are you choosing this color? How come it's this size? So it kind of really is intimidating and really critical, and you gotta not be defensive and take in the feedback. And so after that kind of rigorous structure, I went back into, let me have a little more fun with this. And so I specialize usually in portraiture, self-portraiture. So I decided to make these portraits of my fellow grad students, who obviously became my friends as well. So we had a little cohort going on. And so this is my friend Mustafa, who actually works at Sac State in the gallery. And I really like kind of this use of color and just representing the figure and having that connection because it's somebody that I know. So just sort of a fun way to not have so many critical eyes on one thing, and just kind of just like honor my friend and get back into the joy of actually creating and making a painting. Great question. I just had experience with this. So I always pack my iPad and my Switch whenever I go anywhere flying. iPad for school reasons and to do demonstrations or animations or any design things that we have for art club or whatever else. But the Switch for fun, obviously, and video games just pass the time easy, and they're really simple. So that, or people watching is great. There's always some craziness happening at the airport. So the boys always make it interesting. There's never a dull day. There's never a boring match. Volleyball is a great sport, high energy, high emotions. Point for point, it's either your fault or somebody else's fault, or your success or somebody else's success. So there's highs and lows. And the JV section especially is just fun. You get to train, a brand new group of guys about your passion. And so the JV level, I get to get these kids excited about, these boys excited about a sport, hopefully for the rest of their life, or at least hopefully for the rest of high school, or at the very least, hopefully the rest of their season. So bringing that culture of this sport that's way bigger than maybe they had imagined before, and bringing that and condensing that into a few months is really fun. Challenging, but fun. Okay, this is an easy one for me. I was born in 1990, and the 90s are the best decade, no matter what you say. We have the best pop culture, we had the best music videos, we had the best movies, we had Pokemon, we had the best video games, it was just such a magical era, right at the cusp of when the internet began and the AOL chat rooms, and you could download a video and it would take 3 hours to download. I had the bad internet, but it was just so much fun. It was before smartphones, before the immediacy of technology. It was kind of this real cool sweet spot of you're beginning to learn. Well, for me, I was 8, 9, 10 kind of thing. So I was figuring out who I was, how to grow up, what kind of the school structure or whatever, but also just all of that fun. It's the pinnacle of pop culture in my head. So I think that would be the decade, hands down.